started.
Pawns win. All right. Let's see if pawns win. I'm going to try a solid setup, d5. Oh, he's attacking. It's a different way of playing it. Okay. That's just some kind of gambit. Yes, we've gotten into the... I can't think of the name of the gambit. I'll tell you on the postmortem. Oh, man. I think this is a good move here. Blackmar-Diemer gambit, that's what it's called. I guess I could have taken it. I could have taken the pawn. This way he gets a big center. Yeah, I just played that quickly. I was still distracted by trying to remember the name of the opening. Blackmar-Diemer. It's a gambit. It's not especially good. But, well, if I play badly like this, there's always... it's always good in that case. Let's see. So if I go knight to e4 now, he can maybe chase it. How can he chase it with a bishop? He can always escape by attacking his knight. I like that better than retreating my knight. So I'm just going to play e6, maybe get this bishop out. Maybe get my knight. You know, this bishop and this knight could coordinate on the c2 square, potentially. If he plays bishop to d3 attacking my knight, I'm going to take his knight on c3. And what else is going on? I don't want to play knight to c6 right away because he can just keep pushing his d pawn forward. So I want to get in this move e6 as quickly as possible. So he just develops. Knight could go after my bishop. I can't really do anything about that, but I don't have to defend this knight right away. I still have the option of taking on c3. Although if he moves this knight away, maybe it's a problem. I'm going to play bishop to b4 here, try and get some more pressure on this knight. Maybe that's interesting. That's actually a threat of knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, check, picking up the rook in the corner. Of course, that requires 2 moves in a row, or 3. But that's one of the ideas here. Get that bishop to b4. Let's say, well, pawn's win is taking his time thinking about the position, so that's probably a good sign. And I could have had a better position just by taking that pawn. Okay, he's going to force the action, so I think I need to take here. And now developing the bishop doesn't seem so great. It doesn't go to b4. I guess it goes to e7. I want to be able to castle if necessary. These pawns might come pushing through the center. I want to play c5 at some point. Maybe now. Pawn to c5, he pushes. I take. I think that's okay. And yeah, I'm contesting his light squared bishop, so he doesn't have moves like bishop to e4 to get on this diagonal. His dark squared bishop maybe has some moves. Bishop to a3. Or to e3, shoring up the center. And let's see, in this kind of position you can also consider queen moves to come coordinate with an attack on the king side. He did none of that. You know, I think it's not a bad idea. He's asking me if I'm really planning to take here. I'm going to develop another piece. Now, after the knight, with the knight on c6, I really am planning to take that pawn. So he attacks my b pawn. Logical counterattacking move. Taking advantage of his open file. And doubled pawns are always a double-edged sword. I control a lot of squares and open up files. Yeah, that's not bad. That's a good move. Pinning my knight, and this requires me to waste tempo defending it. So maybe I should have castled, but well, we'll see. He can't pile up with the queen. I'm lucky, actually. If he had this move queen to a4, I'd be in big trouble, because I really didn't think about that pin. It could have been big trouble. So now I want to castle as quickly as possible to unpin the knight, and then I can think about exchanging a few things in the center. The c file is actually not a bad file for the queen, so maybe this is not a bad transaction for me. Yeah, he pushes forward. That's the way to play it. I have to take. Now I can bring the queen in. Yep. Okay, I have to defend. I still want a castle. Do I ever get to castle? You can play e6 to try and disrupt things further. e6, I castle anyway, maybe. e6 castles, pawn takes e7, bishop takes. It's not at all bad. Not bad for me, I don't think. Fortunately, the the knight is blocking the rook. On a knight move, I castle, so that if he pushes the e-pawn, I will just take. Okay. Well, once again, he's taking his time here. What is he thinking about? Well, he's probably just searching for that move that's going to crush me. Aha, that's pretty good. That looks like a move that might crush me. So I castle here. He pushes a pawn forward. I take his bishop. He takes my knight with his bishop. We can throw in this check here first. I'm still going to castle. I have to get out of this pin. It's too annoying. And take my chances. It's convenient for me this bishop is not defended here, and I didn't see any great discovered attacks. His knight can move with an attack on my queen. So now he defends the bishop. So this is a bit of a threat on my queen. Can't take here. Can I threaten his queen? So maybe rook here. So rook here, he pushes a pawn, I take the queen, he takes the queen. I think that's okay. You can also throw in pawn takes f7 check, but I can still take with the bishop. This bishop is potentially loose here after some trades, but it's not under attack at the moment. Okay, breath of relief. Okay, so I've got two attackers and he's got two defenders, so I still can't do anything about that pawn. Can't take the pawn. But what I can do is I can move my queen. Creating a pin again. Let's see. Queen to e2. I want to chase that bishop away, and I can't think of a way to do it. Knight here. Well, is the knight out of play there, perhaps? Perhaps the knight is out of play there. Okay, the queen drops back. I guess if I push the A pawn to chase the bishop away, I'm creating a weakness on my B pawn, which he's already got his rook pointing at. Still seems like kind of a tricky situation here. I can grab... No, I can't. I was going to say the C pawn has been hanging for a while, but I never felt like I had time to take it. Ah! Okay, I just lose the exchange. That's annoying. Let's think. Is there some good move I have with the queen here? Say queen here. Okay, let's stop and think about it. Queen to e4. He takes the rook, I take the queen. He takes my queen, I take with the bishop. Takes my rook, I take back. Oh yeah, he's just winning the exchange. But where else can I go? Yes, I can go here looking at the A pawn. Not that that's the world's most valuable pawn. Okay, well, he's not winning with his pawns this time. He's winning with his with his pieces. Although he did push his pawns in the center, so maybe that's part of his general plan. I don't know. Is he thinking if he has something better than just taking my rook? Just kicking the queen again. He can, I guess, keep kicking my queen around for a while. He's got knight to... oh no, if the knight goes there, I just take it. Okay, so I finally did take it. Now I can get my knight back into the game. I am threatening to take on c4 maybe. And he doesn't bother to defend. Probably no particular need to defend. But I want to grab a little compensation for the exchange, if I can find it. He's got control of the D file pretty much. I can contest it, but he can exchange off whatever piece I put there and then put another rook on that file. And where is my knight going from here? Nowhere. He's just going to trade off that knight. Okay, so I take his knight and play f6 to go after the pawn. I could place my knight here. Pawn takes queen. The queen is not protected at the moment. I think I'll keep the knight on. Pawn takes, queen takes. He could take here, but then I can take back, so it's two pieces for the queen. Pawn takes, queen takes, rook here. Take, take, and then I take. Aha! So he unpins and attacks. Attacks a pawn. That's pretty nervy. So I was thinking of going here and attacking his bishop and threatening threatening knight to e3 here, forking his rooks. Getting rid of this bishop would be an accomplishment too, because then I can take this pawn off, which is a real annoyance. A very nuisance pawn. And I have the bishop pair. So there is some compensation for the exchange here. Yeah, so what should I do? If I try and fork his rooks. If I take off the bishop, pawn takes, and then I grab this pawn, he's going to grab another pawn on the queen side, which is going to be very annoying. Well, it just might be good. Let's go for the fork. I don't see that he has some great way to get out of it, and it'll get out of it, and it will restore some kind of material balance. And I'll still have the bishop pair. 1 rook, 2 minor pieces, and a queen for each side. 2 pawns, 2 pawns, 3 pawns, 3 pawns. And my pawns are a little more together, actually, than his. So maybe I'm doing okay here against Pawns Win. Pretty high-rated player. That'd be nice to get a win if I could. Okay, where's that knight coming? The knight can come to g4 here. Let's see. You have a choice of which rook to take. I guess you take the rook where you want the other rook to end up. So if you'd rather the rook end up... so this allows me to claim an open file here. And if he plays knight g5 here, hitting my queen, I can still attack it. So, so what can I do? This knight's looking like a pretty good piece still. Oh, I can take the c-pawn. He's left the c-pawn hanging. Why don't I do that? Okay, the queen came over. It's hitting my rook. It's hitting these pawns. It's defending his pawn. If I blockade with the queen, does he have something clever? Oh, he takes the pawn. Well, my rook is defended. Let's see. How about centralizing the bishop? Okay, he moved his king there. If I play f6 here, he takes, I take. Puts me in the glare of that knight. I push my pawns. I'm not seeing a great plan here, but pushing the pawns is probably okay. Then the queen isn't tied down to the defense of the b-pawn there. Okay, he went there. So, should I just trade off? Opposite colored bishops. Maybe he's going for opposite colored bishops. Can also come into these squares here. Push again. He's hitting my bishop. Okay, so let's defend the c-pawn. And push the b-pawn. Still, I've given up this square, but, well, the rook is controlling it. Okay, the bishop controls there. He put his queen over there. I wonder. Yeah, I can push the c-pawn forward here. I think I can. Okay, his queen is dropped down here. Now he goes for the queen, right? That's good timing. Yeah, it's tough to keep track of everything. So he's hitting my queen, and my queen is needed to defend the dark squared bishop. Let's see, I can counterattack his queen with bishop here. He takes my queen, I take his queen. That was a lucky discovery. So maybe I'm finally, let's just take this off. Yeah.
White Resilience.
Okay, kind of a time win there, but well, he played a tough game and I managed to hold my own. So I will upload this and do a postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.